Hi everyone, hope you all are good. We are here for grade 3 math. You can find all the lessons on aplusstudents.com. You have to log in there using your email address and password is provided by the administrator. Then you have to select math from the subject tab. Scroll down to grade 3 and then click on view all lessons. So there you can find a list of the chapters. We're going to start with the chapter division, and the lessons we're going to cover today are division patterns over increasing place values, divide numbers ending in zeros, divide larger numbers, divisibility rules for 2, 5 and 10. So please make sure you have your notebook and pencil so that you can note down the important examples and definitions as well. Okay, here I am on grade 3 math. We're going to start with the chapter division. Let's just start with the first lesson, that is division patterns over increasing place values. Oh, hold on. Okay, so let's just start with the first example. Complete the pattern. You have to find what number divided by 6 equals 1. Yes, that is a number when divided by itself always makes a 1, right? So yes, that would be 6. 6 divided by 6 equals 1. Then you have to see what number divided by 6 equals. That would be obviously 60, right? Then you have 600 divided by 6 is 100, and then 6000 divided by 6 equals 1000, right? So that is basically the in pattern 6, 60, 600 and 6000, right? Okay, let's just start with the test question. You can have a look on the tutorial by yourself are already solved. So let's just start with the test questions. Okay, the first one is complete the pattern. 8 divided by 8 equals. Okay, so let's just start. 8 divided by 8 equals 1, right? Then 80 divided by 8 equals 80, it is. 800 divided by 8 equals 800, and 8000 divided by 8 equals, sorry, 8 divided by 8 is 1, 80 divided by 8 is 10, 800 divided by 8 is 100, and 8000 1000. So option number 1 is the correct option, right? The correct option is option number 1. Complete the pattern, which is the correct option. 1, 2, 3. Which option is the correct one? That is the second one. 3 divided by 3 is 1. 30 divided by 3 is 10. 300 divided by 3 is 100 and 3000 divided by 3 is 1000. You guys are here to learn, so just focus on the learning. Otherwise, I will block you. Just answers the question I am asking. Don't chat. Complete the pattern, which is the correct option. Yes, that is 6 divided by 6 equals 1. 60 divided by 6 equals 10. And 600 divided by 6 equals 100. That is option number 1. Very good. 6 divided by 3 equals, which is the correct option. 6 divided by 3 equals 2. 60 divided by 3 equals 200. 20. Then you have 200 and then you have 2000. The second one, third one is the correct option, right? Okay, complete the pattern, which is the correct option. Yes, that's the second one. 4 divided by 2 equals 2. 40 divided by 2 equals 20. 400 divided by 2 equals 200 and 4,000 divided by 2 equal 2000. Complete the pattern, which is the correct option. Yes, the correct option is second one. 8 divided by 2 equals 4. 80 divided by 2 equals 40. 800 divided by 2 equals 400 and 4000. 440, 400 and 4000 is the correct option. Okay, complete the pattern, which is the correct option. Can you hear me now? Okay, so we're going to start with the lesson divide numbers in ending in zeros. So let's just start with the first example, that is 6400 divided by 8. Can you hear me now? Okay, so you can see here you have two zeros, right? So basically we divide only non-zero numbers. The non-zero means the numbers that are not zero, that is only 64, right? So divide 64 by 8. Count the table of 8 until 64, right? So 8 is 64, right? So 8 times 8 is 64. Then you can add these two zeros to the answer. So that means 6400 divided by 8 equals 800. Got it? The correct option is 800. Okay, let's just start with the test questions. Okay, the first one is 50 divided by 5. 50 divided by 5 equals, just divide the non-zero numbers, right? Non-zero mean you have to divide 5 divided by 5. So then that would be very easy, right? 5 divided by 5 is 1. So the correct option is 50 divided by, you need to add 10 to the answer. So that would be 10, right? Option number 1 is the correct option. The correct option is option number 110 is the correct option. Okay, 40 divided by 1 equals, any number divided by 1 equals the same number, right? So 40 divided by 1 equals, yes, 40. The correct option is 40. Okay, the next one is 600 divided by 1, which is the correct option. It is like this: 1 divided by 600. So which is the correct option? One divided by 600 is 600. The correct option 2. Hello, can you can you hear me? Okay, the next one is 400 divided by 1, which is the correct option, but I can hear myself. 400 divided by 1 equals, yes, the correct option is option number 1, 400 it is. Okay, the next one is 720 divided by 2, right? So you have one zero with 720. So you simply divide the non-zero values. That means you need to divide 72 8. So you need to count a table of 8 until 72. So which is the correct option? 8 times what number is 72? 8 times, yes, 9 is 72. So that would be 90. Very good. Option number one, correct option, 90 it is. Next one is 100 divided by 5, which is the correct option? Which is the correct option? Yes, the correct option is 20. 100 divided is 20. Okay, the next one is 3000 divided by 5. Okay, how can we solve these questions, right? You can see here, when you see the non-zero value, the non-zero value is 3, right? You cannot divide a smaller number by a greater one. So you need to make it 3 digit. Now it is 30. Divide 30 by 5 and then add the other zeros. You have two more zeros. So 5 times what number is 30? 5 times 5 times 6 is 30, right? Need to add the other two zeros. So that is 600. It is option number 1 is the correct option. The correct option is option number 1. 600 it is, not 60. The correct option is 600. Option 1 is the correct option. Got it? The next one is 1600 divided by 4, which is the correct option. Yes, that is 400. The correct option is 400. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let me just move on to next lesson. The next lesson is division word problems. You have to do the word problems on your own. Then you have divide 3-digit numbers. Again, the word problems, you can do the word problems on your own. The next one is divide larger numbers. Let's just start with the next lesson. Okay, the first one is that is very important lesson and you need to be very careful while dividing, right? Let's just start with the first example. That is 3428 divided by 4, right? So just listen to me carefully because I know most of you don't know how to divide. So start with the first digit, that is 3. and 3 is less than 4. You cannot divide a number that is less than the divisor, right? This is the divisor and this is the dividend, right? That need to be divided. Okay, so you need to make it 2 digits. That is 34. 34 is greater than 4, right? Now you need to count a table of 4 until 34 or the number that is less than 34, right? So 4 times 1 is 4, 2 is 8, 3 is 12, 4 is 16, 4 times 5 20, 4 times 6 24, 4 times 7 28, 4 times 8 32. We can go for 4 times 8 because 4 times 9 is 36, right? Then now you need to subtract 32 out of 30. So that is 4 minus 2 is 2 and 3 minus 3 is 0. Okay, now again check this number with the divisor. 2 is less than 4. You cannot divide, right? Bring the next digit down. Now you have 22. 22 is greater than 4. You need to count now 4 table of 4 until 22 or the number that is less than 22, right? So we can go for 4 times 5 is 20, right? So 22 minus 20 is 2. Now bring the next digit down, that is 8. You need to count the table of 4 until 28. So 4 times what number is 28? 4 times 7 is 28. And 28 minus 28 0, and you don't have more digits, so that means 3428 divided by 4 is 857. Got it? If you have any questions related to the example I just solved, you can ask. I'm here to answer. What is this? CR7. Okay, let's just start with the practice questions. Okay, the first one is 7704 divided by 4. This one is also known as long division method, right? So here you have 4. So start with the first digit. 7. 7 is greater than 4. That means you can divide, right? So you can go for 4 times 1 is 4. Subtract. 7 minus 4 is 3. Bring the next digit down. 7. You need to count the table of 4 until 37 or the number that is less than 37. 4 times. You need to count 4 table of 4 until 37 or the number that is less than 37, right? 4 times 9 is 36. You can go for 4 times 36. Now again subtract. 37 minus 36 is 1. You cannot divide 1 by 4, so you need to bring the other digit down. Now you need to count 4 until 10. 4 times what number is 10? 4 times 2 is 8, right? 10 take away 8 is 2. You need to bring the next digit down. 4 times what number is 24? 4 times 7 is 20. 4 times 6 is 24, sorry, not 7. And with 0, right? So that means the correct option is 1926. Option number 1 is the correct option, right? The correct option is option number 1, that is 1926. Option number 1 is the correct option. Okay, the next one is 5628 divided by 6. Use your notebook and pencil and solve the question and then just write down the answer in the chat box. No guesses. Solve and then write. Okay, so you need to divide by 6, right? Here the first digit is 5 and 5 is less than 6. You can divide, right? That means you need to make it 56. You have to count the table of 6 until 56, right? So you can go for 6 times 9 is 54. And 54, 6 minus 54 is 2. Now bring digit down, that is 22. You have to divide 22 by 6. You need to count a table of 6 until 22 or a number that is less than 22. So we can go for 6 times 3 is 18. And 22 minus 18 is 4. Now the last digit down, that is 8. 4 times what number is 40? 6 times what number is 48? 6 times 8 is 48, right? So the correct option is option number 2. Do not guess the answers. That is very, very important lesson. Use your notebook and pencil and do as many practice questions as you can. If you're not doing the practice, you don't know how to solve. The correct option is second one, that is 938. Okay, the next one is 5304 divided by 8. So let's just divide. Okay, so you need to count the table of 8 and until 52. So 8 times 7 is 56. We can go for 8 times 6. 8 times 6 is 48. 53 minus 48 is 5. And now you need to bring the other digit down. So 6 times, you can go for 6 times 6 is 48. 50 minus 48 is 2. Now bring the next digit down. You need to count 8 until 24. So 8 times what number is 24? 8 times 3 is 24, right? So is option number 3. Stop making the guesses. I know you don't have your, no one have your notebook and pencil so that you can do the practice questions. The correct option is 663. That is the option number 3. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let me just move on to next lesson. I already know how to solve, right? These are the practice questions you guys are supposed to do. Okay, the next one is divide larger numbers word problems. You can put problems on your own. The next one is divisibility rules for 2, 5 and 10. Let's just start with the next lesson. What do you mean by 14 more minutes? You're just waiting to finish the session. Why? If you want to leave, why are you waiting for 14 minutes? You can leave. You are here to learn. You can focus on the learning. Let's just start with the first example is 13 divisible by 2. Basically, what are the divisibility rules? Divisibility rules are the one you just check if you divide a number by another number, right? You don't have to divide actually. You just apply some rules and you will get your answer, like if the given number is divisible by 5 or not, right? For example, here you are given 13. Is 13 divisible by 5? No. How do I know? I have to apply the divisibility test. The divisibility test for 5 is the ones digit must be 0 or 5. If they are not 0 or 5, that means they are not divisible by 5. You can see here the ones digit is 3, so that is not divisible by 5, right? So you just have to apply those divisibility rules and you know if the number is divisible by 5, yes or no, right? Okay, let's just start with the test questions. Okay, is 25 divisible by 2? Now you have to apply the divisibility test for 2, right? For every digit, the divisibility test is different. So the divisibility test for 2 is the ones digit. The divisibility test for 2 is the ones digit must be 0, 2, 4, 6, or 8. If either of the number is the ones digit, that means that the number is divisible by 2. But here you have 5. That means no, the number is not divisible by 2. The correct option is no, right? You need these divisibility rules in your mind. The correct option is no. Is 55 divisible by 5? Yes or no? The divisibility rule for 5 is if the ones digit is 0 or 5, that means the number is divisible by 5. So, which is the correct option? The ones digit is 5. That means yes, the number is divisible by 5. The correct option is 55 is divisible by 5. Yes, it is. Okay, the next one is 50 divisible by 5. So, which is the correct option? Yes, it is. The correct option is yes. 50 is divisible by 5. Very good. Is 69 divisible by 2? The correct option is no, 69 is not divisible by 2. Is 90 divisible by 10? Which is the correct option? Yes, it is. The correct option is yes. Is divisible by 2, which is the correct option? The correct option is no, 87 is not divisible by 2. The ones digit is 7. So the correct option is no, 87 is not divisible by 2. The correct option is no. Is 90 divisible by 5, which is the correct option? Yes, it is right, because the ones digit is either 0 or 5, right? So here you have 0, so that means 90 is divisible by 5. The correct option is yes. Is 50 divisible by 10? The correct option is yes, it is. 50 is divisible by 10. Is 33 divisible by 2? The correct option is no, 33 is not divisible by 2. Is 70 divisible by 10? Yes, it is. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. So we were working on grade 3 math. The chapter we are working on is division. The lessons we have covered today are division trends over increasing place values, divide numbers ending in zeros, word division, word problems you have to do on your own, divide three-digit number, word problems you have to do on your own, divide larger numbers. Then we did divisibility rules for 2, 5, and 10. Right? So please make sure before the next session you can complete all the practices for the lessons we just did. That is your homework until next session, right? So if you need more help with any of the lesson, you can contact any tutor on the Skype. They are available from Monday to Friday 5 to 9. Or either you can join me in the interactive session that is daily from 4 to 5 and from 9 to 10. Right? So if you have any questions related to the lesson we have just finished, you can please ask. answer all your questions and confusions if you have any. No questions? Okay, that's all for today. See you in the next session. Bye everyone.